In Galatians 4:4, Paul says that Jesus came in the fullness of time. So we're going to ask the question, just exactly how had God prepared the world for Jesus to be born at the exact right moment in human history? And he had been orchestrating the human drama all the way since Genesis 3:15, getting the world ready for the birth of the boy who was going to crush the head of the serpent. In the Old Testament, God had prepared a people who would be the mediator of his blessing to every people on earth. During the exile, he scattered the Jews into so many cities of the empire that the world despaired that the world was full of Jews. And God blessed them, and they multiplied like rabbits, just as they did back at the time of the Exodus. The reconstituted Jewish nation had not experienced the return of the glory of the Lord to the temple, so they were awaiting the return of Yahweh to Jerusalem and filling the temple with glory. And this is what they were looking for. And God allowed Alexander the Great to come and conquer the world in the 10-year period, making Greek the lingua franca of the world, so unifying the world under one language. And then the Hebrew scriptures were translated into Greek, which meant that a Jew could read the scriptures in any city of the empire, thus giving the world a Bible and preparing them for what was to come. The persecution under Syria and Rome caused the Jews to yearn for and hunger for the promised kingdom, for the coming of a future Davidic king that would lead the charge and break the power of the Kittim, Rome, over them, and the nations of the earth would stream to Zion in a golden age. Caesar had become the savior of the world and had brought peace to the world for the first time in human history, and had actually built roads that allowed priest protection for a Roman citizen, so you could be traveling around the ancient world going to these cities. Is it any wonder that in the New Testament period, God will raise up a Jew named Paul, who was born and raised in the diaspora out into the Gentile cities, who was fluent in Greek, used a Greek Bible, but was a Roman citizen and could travel in police protection on Roman roads to anywhere in the empire, and go into the Jewish synagogues that had gathered Gentiles who were there that were known as God-fearers, who were waiting for the good news that they didn't have to be circumcised in order to be saved. And Paul now comes into this situation, and truly when we look at all these factors come together, this was the exact right moment for Jesus to be born.